What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cheesadelphia, sponsored by
Sloth Esports.
Yeah, that is the Sloth Media mousepad. A phenomenal feller, and if you want to check that nice little fella
like,
out, check out.
I'm on the prices right now, and I'm saying
$100, please. I don't know. But if you want to check it out, please head over to Sloth Esports. slothesports.com,
yes.
And you can buy one of those, and there's a 20% off promo code, which is Nerd Street Gamers, spelled like in the Twitch title of this channel. Nerd Street Gamers will get you 20% off on an awesome mousepad and an amazing shirt.
Hey, and the guy, Stefan, he's actually here today.
Amazing.
He's a really, really cool guy. I had the chance to actually talk to him like 3 times already. We keep running into each other.
Oh, he's great.
Just talking about everything, man. And he's a pretty big StarCraft dude. He actually recognized me. He was like, hey.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows Tempo.
Hey. He's already a cool guy in my book.
Yeah, cool. All right, but here we are on Frozen Temple for Game 1 of this best of 3 in the 3rd round of the Swiss tournament. In the top left-hand corner, it is the pink Zerg player representing TvZ, Allaryce.
Hey! And in the bottom right-hand corner, he is the green Terran player. It is Kozan.
In Allaryce. Woo! Yeah!
My man.
That boy Kozan.
Yo.
And Allaryce did play in the previous Cheesadelphia, and I think Kozan did. I have commentated him a couple times online before.
Really?
But I don't have that much experience in the TvZ Kozan style. The KvZ, you can call it. KvZ.
Okay. Well, I've actually watched Allaryce a bit. You know, she played also at the Storm LAN. That was when I first got to really see her play. Had that kind of ambition to say, you know what, I'm going to go from gold to master. And she was able to actually make master.
No way. Awesome. Yeah.
Trained under the wonderful wing of the one and only Jake. No regret.
Plebby. Oh, what a wonderful fellow.
So,
training up a lot of people currently, or actually I think he got back from Korea, some other people there, but he was in Korea for a little while, representing Storm, maybe still be there.
Yeah.
And really great player, one of the foreign players trying to make his mark on the
man, I'm telling you, you're talking about this multitasking with the cake.
I don't even understand how they can hold it. It's just crazy. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, it's currently the birthday of StarCraft 2. I think it's 6 years. 6 years. Wow. 6 years. He's a 6-year-old. Yeah, come on, guys. Put your hands together.
Woo! What a game. What a game. So, very, very standard openers out of both players here, you know. And the thing is here, I always wonder exactly what kind of Terran player is Kozan going to be, right? Like, you have the player that likes to go for the double medevac drop and then just really micro around, killing as many drones as possible. You also get the Liberator. Oh, God, even Reaper Terrans, right? Multiple Reapers.
Yeah. This is a rough start for Allaryce. 2 lings popping in her main, 2 in her natural. Didn't allow her to get 4 lings right on top of that Reaper instantly, and there wasn't quite the micro potential to keep them alive with only 2 popping out. And also the Overlord goes down. Kozan taking an early lead, supply blocks Allaryce, and she's going to have to pump out a lot of Overlords quick, but I think she just may have used her Larva. There's 2 Overlords on the way, Metabolic Boost too, so she is trying to get up the Hatch Kiss, trying to get up the potential to defend another attack, but what do we got coming out? Kozan looks like some Hellions most likely. That's a reactor, I believe.
All right. You know what? I've actually seen a lot more Hellion builds nowadays. I'm not sure exactly if we're going to bring it back here because I do see the starport coming up too next to the tech lab. Well, the factory with the tech lab on it. So we still could go into Banshees, right? But he's, making 2 Hellions at a time. And Allaryce dropping down that Roach Warren. So, you know, not going to be falling victim to any kind of Hellbat pushes. Say there were to be an armory that got put down. But it's not going to be that. It is going to be, indeed, perhaps tank drop action. And
Kozan must be feeling pretty confident right now. Looks like he was on A-move with those Hellions. Lings are going to get surrounded on the first one. Barely the first one won't go down. He could start kiting with the second one if he wanted to keep those alive, but he's going to fall back to his wall and ends up Allaryce is able to snipe one of those.
Okay, well that's actually really good. You know, 2 Hellions are a lot harder to deal with than just 1, but it's all about the follow-up here out of Kozan.
Especially him feeling confident too. Remember that he's taken out. Oh, may not feel confident right here. Ling's getting into his main base. Don't really get that much, but earlier on he did pick up that Overlord. Did get some Ling's kill.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Kozan did scout the Roach Warren with that Reaper, because the way that he's opening now would deal with something like this pretty easily, right? Like, he's getting medevacs with the tanks, so he's going to be able to maneuver the siege tank. And I almost would rather have that maneuverability than multiple siege tanks. So a big Roachling off of 2 bases, by the way. So there's not that 3rd base here to at least trick Kozan. I think he has to think, like,
Yeah. And even if there is a third hatch there, sometimes the Zerg player will not be making drones, and so you can easily identify that. That is in the Terran arsenal, trying to identify what the Zerg is up to. And now we see a little bit of an army moving across the map. So far, for Allaryce, it is 34 army supply to the 20 of Kozan. However, Kozan does have that bunker up and is going for a siege tank and a Liberator. I like that he does have some potential, but it's the most important linchpin in this defense. The linchpin of it is going to, of course, be the siege tank with this medevac, and a lack of high ground vision for a little while, but now the Overlord gets high ground vision. Barely that siege tank gets away. SCBs and mules are being pulled with their birthday cakes to heal up that bunker, and the roaches are going to temporarily be thwarted back. There's also a second siege tank, which I love in the natural, that's going to provide that constant AoE damage as the other one is microed around, and the army of Allaryce can't quite reach it.
Yeah, she's so down in drones right now, so she's going to try to go for a kill move, making a lot more lings. It's still only going to be 2 bases at the moment. And, you know, maybe Kozan is going to think that it's all over, right? And then he'll kind of get comfortable, salvage the bunker. But that's not even going to be the case. He's going to fly out onto the map with the Liberator, try to get some damage done to Allaryce, who is on a lower drone count.
Oh, but she's got another attack coming. She's on a very low drone count, but she hasn't gone for a third hatch. The Reaper of Kozan is by a third hatch, so we know when that happens. But here's the next push. SCVs aren't quite going to be there in time. I don't think this time. A couple corrosive miles are going down to the siege tank, but they're being microed back. Excellent defense by Kozan, and one siege tank goes down, but the bunker stays alive, and the entire attack is thwarted. And to boot, there's a Liberator going to come into the backhand side of Allaryce's main base.
Yes, and I don't know if she has enough to deal with it. Usually you're going to have those Ravagers there. The Queens can deal with it pretty well, but I don't know if she has multiple Queens inside of the main. So I think something cool that she could have done too, because she did get an Evo Chamber, would have been to like maybe drop some lings in with that Overlord, the Vision Overlord.
Oh, I like that. I really like that, because she did get the Evo Chamber, as you're mentioning, and +1 armor, so she's trying to get a little bit of a advantage somewhere, but I'm not sure if that's going to mean anything when this Liberator gets into the main.
No sport.
And the Queen's not even going to move over in time.
Baby
she's
girl!
microing her lings in the middle. She's pulling her lings back. For some reason, it looks like she's going to pull them back and hang them around the middle while she finally gets those drones back. Roaches are here. Takes the third hatch, but I think it may be a little bit too late to even try anything with this. Bio is pressing at her third hatch, and by the way,
it's gonna get taken out with no cancel, and it was very, very late as well. So usually you want to at least take it off of the back of doing a lot of damage. Queen is gonna get the Liberator though, and down it goes. But if you look at the supply, it's actually telling the story right now, because Kozan is getting ready to take his third. I think it's already in orbital. Is it already in orbital for him too? I mean, this is some pressure getting put down.
Out on the map, yeah, he does have that third CC, but right at the moment he's more paying attention to this little bit of an attack into the natural hatch, and it's going to successfully get in, get out, get a couple more workers, but so far, over the course of the game, you can see it was a total of 12 workers have been killed. His substantial supply lead, almost double it, and right now Kozan, he basically just thwarted that first really big all-in that we saw, and
he dealt with it really well. And it came down to him scouting the third, realizing that I think he saw the Roach Warren, and then he did
see that Roach Warren with his early Reaper. So got in, got the perfect scout off.
Said, okay, as long as I don't take any damage here, I should be okay. Was able to deal with it. Now he's in a prime position to be just making Allaryce go all across the map, trying to defend multiple locations. And this third base also, right? The fact that it's only just now going down, I think Kozan's seeing that and maybe getting another cancel.
Yeah, and he was, as you said, it was even canceled before. That's minerals lost. Right now, Kozan is making sure he doesn't lose to some sort of all-in. At the moment, Allaryce does have a small army. It looks like 26 supply, but to the 64 of Kozan, that's looking like not too much. We'll see if he can defend with some corrosive miles. Maybe buy herself some time, holding off on the ramp in the middle of this map. You can throw some corrosive miles there, and the bile can't quite walk up for a while, but it's looking very grim for our pink Zerg.
Yeah, it's very, very tough, man. And there's no creep here. So this third base, once again, getting shelled upon, and even in the main, there was a drop, but she does clean it up. However,
she cleans it up, but she's not going to be at the third base, and there it goes down.
And it might have not been canceled again because of the attention in the main. Kozan pulling Allaryce apart, and I think he's going to be able to take this out now. Here come the units down the ramp, and that's a perfect position for siege tanks to actually shoot at.
Shelling the Ravagers is nothing they can do, and there's the GG from Allaryce. Kozan takes game 1.
Kozan.
That puts him overall, I think, currently at 3-3. No, he was at 2-3 going into this. Now he's at 3-3, and Allaryce was at 3-3, so she's now 3-4.
3-4. Okay.
And this is the third round of that Swiss style. Remember that?
Exactly. So if it does come down to the map choices, or rather the map scores, that's what you got to pay attention to. And yeah, it can be pretty tough sometimes.
Yeah, and right now, just notice in that camera right there, that camera shot of Allaryce, she's very, very calm. She's been playing at Cheesadelphia. This is her second time playing. The same thing for, I believe, Kozan may have played once before, but Allaryce is feeling very, very confident.
She's always calm, just like hanging out,
just hanging out, having a good time at Cheesadelphia. Guys, if you're in Philadelphia, please check out Cheesadelphia. This event is on Nerd Street. That is North 3rd Street, 908 North 3rd Street in Philly. Check that out. And come down, watch some StarCraft, hang out with the amazing Tempo, this man himself.
The amazing Drenna, the man with the voice.
It looks like up next we'll have Galactic Process as Game 2 in this best-of-3 series. But guys, remember, you know, this esports, this series, this tournament comes to you because of our amazing sponsors. Which you just saw an amazing, really cool ad for. Yeah, you have Sloth Esports. There's mouse pads, there is shirts, there's different merchandise. You can check it out at slothesports.com, and you can get 20% off with what promo code?
20% off. I believe it is Nerd Street.
Nerd Street Gamers. Yeah, it is Nerd Street Gamers. The link in the URL basically above us on Twitch TV. Nerd Street Gamers.
This has some pretty cool looking stuff. We were looking at it last night, actually. Like, wow. They actually have some pretty good gear here.
Yeah, they got this dude, this awesome, this Patience, I believe, and Nerd Street, or pardon me, not Nerd Street. Sloth Esports does support, and he was telling us about that, the owner, who was saying they do support a local sloth at a zoo, in the Binghamton Zoo, where he lives.
Binghamton Zoo. There's a sloth named Patience.
So a portion of the proceeds to slothesports.com will go to Patience, the sloth.
I want to meet Patience, man. I kind of want to go to the zoo right now.
I'd love to meet Patience.
Not right now, obviously,
great.
but like
maybe Dark and Zest too. You know, get in there, like meet a lot of people.
I'll be down. We should go to the zoo.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we should go to the. Actually, everybody here should go to the zoo. We'll just pick out like no StarCraft, and let's just go to the zoo. Let's watch.
Like rock like your Sloth Esports. Like, we're here for you, biggest fan, Paige. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is in the bottom left-hand corner of Galactic Process, representing Twizzle. It is the Pink Zerg player who needs to win this one to tie it up, Allaryce.
Guys, if you don't know, this is Swiss style, so the top 16 coming out of the 5 to 6 games they will be playing this afternoon will play tomorrow, so it's very important to know which games they win and actually winning those individual games in a best-of-3 series. But here in the top right-hand corner, it is the Green Terran player, Kozan, up 1-0 with lots of birthday cakes. Very many.
Whoa, this is a pool first, and it wasn't even like on 17. I believe she ended up getting it on 14, perhaps.
Extractor tricked out of it.
Even did the extractor trick, and is just now getting up to about 100 gas. So, what do you think she's going to do here? You know,
but Kozan is playing it safe. You know, some people would bring that SCV back. Yeah, I want to have even economy with my opponent. I don't want to sacrifice anything. However, Kozan is not going to sacrifice that. With this scout, I think it may go his way, Tempo.
Yeah, being super safe like this. We saw, who was it that did that? Geez, it was like the first game we cast, right? Or the second.
Oh, gosh.
Was it in the second one?
I don't know if I can go back that far. That's pretty far.
All right. But just playing it safe in the beginning here, you know what I mean? And making sure to send that SCV out and being like, oh, that's what you're doing? Okay.
Yeah, identifies it. We'll be able to get a wall up. I mean, normally you would have that wall, but sometimes you're going to focus on something else. So at this point, he will have the wall down, of course, to get him on supply blocked, or at least do his next supply. And then we have a third CC on the high ground, which is going to be the most major deviation in his normal play. He's not going to be able to put it on the low ground. He wants to keep that safe and out of the economy. And he's not going to move the Reaper out too far.
Surround on the
Allaryce takes out his first Reaper. There's currently nothing to defend. There is the one Marine coming out, but one SCV's got to get inside of that supply depot. There's a little bit of a wall on the way with, I think that is a factory.
Honestly,
the SCV's going to start healing, but this is going downhill very quickly for Kozan.
Yeah, if the Banelings actually get up there, there's not a lot of production here. There's only one barracks, and that's a command center on the high ground. It's and then the factory, yeah, sure, maybe a Widow Mine, or I would say a Hellion are usually like the better one. Oh my god, he's going for the reactor on the barracks. That means he's not going to have any units.
Oh, and Banelings potentially could destroy that. We did have that one Marine a little bit earlier, or did he get? No, he's got that one Marine. Banelings are on the way. Speed is done. Lings are flooding across the map. 4 more into the production.
I don't think he realizes, man.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, maybe he thought you took a hatch off the back of this, but generally, if you are going to go for that kind of, I want to do aggression than something else, you would go pool, no gas, but he is preparing very safely. Like multiple bunkers are coming up, and I think he's going to be okay. Even one of those engineering bay.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very safe wall. And
nothing's gonna get through that. And a Hellion on the other side. He could have enough DPS to gun this down even before it makes its way through this.
Yep, but this might supply block him. If he gets both. Oh, Allaryce.
Nice. Takes down the reactor and the supply depot and is gonna get a small surround, a little bit of surface area. Oh, actually a lot of surface area on that bunker.
Yeah, she wanted to get the other supply depot, so that would have supply blocked Kozan. And then a second or third Hellion would not have been able to come out, but If she can't break through that, then it's just, I don't think it's going to be the best situation here. She needs to get on through there before the Hellions get into a number that is unmanageable.
Or supply block him again. That supply depot is very low health, but instead she's opting to take a third base, and we have a bunker and Evo chamber. We do have an Evo chamber on the way, so we will have a drop potential. Allaryce is a very nicely placed Overlord in the top right-hand corner. And yeah, I love that, especially with a couple banelings. Hey, I'm just going to bypass your wall. That's so much committed. 2 bunkers and an engineering bay. Yes, you can use those things later into the game. You can be able to get some upgrades and have a very safe defense. However, it's not going to work when banelings head into your mineral line. And really, you've just committed a lot into a defense that may not have been as successful as you thought.
Exactly. If she can get banelings into the mineral line of Kozan while distracting at the front, that would be the ideal situation because, yeah, she's down by 13 workers, and she's only now getting her natural, right? So it's not like she has a third base just yet. It's going to be Lings, though.
The bunker is salvaged and the Hellions move out. This could be the perfect time for Allaryce to move in on the front for the multi-pronged attack.
Yep, because Kozan wants to go ahead and take
oh my word, the banelings moving in. Oh, a couple of them do go down, but they are preoccupying the Hellions while the main Lings are headed on into the main base. Looks like more Lings are going to try to preoccupy those Hellions even more, but the Overlord a little bit slow on getting into the main and dropping those Lings. SCVs being pulled.
Oh, imagine if there were banelings here.
They're not SCVs being pulled.
Actually, I think Kozan saw it. I think Kozan saw it. He knows. He knows. He's going to go ahead and try to stop this before it gets, even starts. And this is such a situation for Allaryce. If she can get around those Hellions, I don't know if she has enough Lings for it, though. Good baneling hit.
One baneling goes off. 4 SCVs are picked up, but there's no more Lings off the back of this. It's actually a hatch being taken. Queens are on the way, and the pressure has been deterred, Tempo.
Yes, it has.
6 workers been killed in total. What does that actually put us at? 23 SCVs.
To 14.
To 14 drones.
Double mule.
Can she get out of there?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a very, very difficult situation here. She did commit very heavily to it. And if she had perhaps maybe put the banelings into the Overlord first, I think it might have been a little bit of a better situation. But this is a very, very comfortable position for Kozan. He's already mining from his natural, and look at that. 3rd command center.
Playing it very safe. You got to remember, he started that CC in his main. He scouted, he knew what was going on, and he's just overall defended this build in a really great way because of that early scout. And for now, there's another Lings squad being sent out. I'm not sure if it's getting damage done, especially when there's 5 Hellions already. And oh, those Lings make a little feint towards the Hellions. The Hellions do know about it, and only 1 is pulled back because there's already a decent amount of Marines. Desperately, Allaryce is going to try to get some damage done, but it's not quite going to be enough. And it looks like Hellions and Bio maybe could move out, but for now, it's going to be a Liberator and a Hellion.
Oh, this is tough. I don't know how many Queens Allaryce has. Most likely about 2 for each of her bases. But it's just the problem that Kozan is so high on his tech tree that Allaryce literally is in the Stone Age when it comes down to it. You know, it's basically like your basic hatchery tech. Roaches and Banes, yeah, they can do pretty well. But once you start to deal with Medevacs and Liberators, it's incredibly hard to keep up with the mobility of both of those units. So if she can do it, that would be nice, I think. These Hellions are going to get a lot of damage done here. There's 5 of them. And those drones
4 roaches here roasted. And a queen may be able to get a nice area and block off those Hellions from diving into the main. It looks like they're going to make a dive into the main. Only 2 survive the attack into the natural, but at the same time, a Liberator is in the main, killing so much. And the Spore is not even in range to kill it. Just barely. It survived. The Hellions going to work, killing even more. 13 drones have gone down. It is 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Kozan is in the lead and just seconds away, possibly, from taking the game. Looks like the Liberator, eventually will go down, but Allaryce, she will not give up. Roaches are on the move, and looks like drones are still working. Going to try to push back that last Hellion, but already a 3rd CC is done in the main base. The orbital command is on the way for Kozan, but Allaryce, she will not give up. She's come under pressure, shaking her head right there in the camera.
Yeah, she's feeling it.
She's not going to give up.
I was going to say, like, if any of those candles got put out at any point, they're definitely lit right now, because
oh yeah, on the birthday cakes, even the drones got it. It's like it doesn't matter what race you are. It's happy birthday for StarCraft.
Happy birthday, man. But yeah, sad face. It's one of those situations as a Zerg player when you're just like, well, I tried something, it didn't end up working, and
GG! Kozan takes the game after she spots his army.
Well played, Kozan.
It's got to feel pretty good for him after being in a deficit before this happened, match point-wise or game-wise.
Now he's, I believe, on the even side of things.
Yes, he is. 2-0 takes out Allaryce in that TvZ series. I think game 1 was the Overlord went out and that supply blocked her and really threw off her overall strategy she was going for. And that second game, I love what she was doing, and it just wasn't quite executed as well as it could have been.
Yep. I mean, also the scouting.
Yes.
A lot of Terran players are pretty greedy, and not greedy. I think Zerg players are usually the greediest, but Terran players will be like, you know, I'm not going to send an SCV scout. I'll find out what's happening with the Reaper, and then by the time the Reaper hits, whatever is happening, it's like right at your front door.
Yeah, and that's rough to play with. 2-0, Allaryce is not necessarily knocked out. She may have a few more games, but I think at this point we are on the 3rd level of that Swiss system. So we're pretty deep. And I think, yeah, that's going to be the 5th and 6th game right there. Yeah. Each player plays 5 to 6 games. You don't know what the Swiss system is. Basically, each player in this early rounds in this day 1 is going to play 5 to 6 games, and depending on how well they do in those, they will then move on to day 2 if they're in the top 16. Yes. Guys, Cheesadelphia Summer, thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back with more StarCraft 2 action. Please follow below, and of course, support Nerd Street Gamers.